Hey, this is a funny one. Fox News had a sort of town hall or an audience of law enforcement and first responders, and it went horribly wrong when not a single one of them, maybe one person in the audience, was willing to validate the entire war on cops narrative that Fox News has been pushing for years. This is hilarious. And when it happens, it actually happened during the Bernie Sanders town hall on Fox News a few months ago. I'll tell you about that in a second if you've forgotten about it. But first, let's take a look at a clip where Fox News tries to expose the violent, evil, anti-police leftists by saying, put your hands up if you've had liquids thrown at you or been heckled or disrespected or whatever. And maybe one hand goes up. It might have been someone just trying to say they needed to get up to go to the bathroom. Truly, truly awkward. Take a look at this.
You know, the conversation in this country has really changed. You have lawmakers that are going to restaurants, they're harassed with their families, and they have to think, okay, wife, husband, how do we prepare for this if we get into this situation? You have firefighters, you have police officers on the street. They have to think, what do we do when this happens?
And how did we get to that place?
I don't know. Look at the Post. New York Post says, "How dare you?" Calling these men and these women that are doing this, throwing water, throwing milk,
and that's
cowards.
why when President Trump stands up and says, I'm for the taxpayers and the citizens and the people who came here legally, it resonates so much with people because you see another side of the aisle, an entire party saying, we're the party of illegality, we're the party of non-citizenship. And he says, now, last time I checked, America still matters.
All right. Can we see the hands of the people here today, the first responders and law enforcement, who have encountered anything like that in the last year or so in New York or wherever you are?
Hit with water, hit with milk, disrespected, taunted?
Or know anyone that has?
Well, that's good. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about just generally who would like to talk on TV right now. I would imagine everybody.
Another swing and a miss. Again, there was one guy sort of in the back row who kind of seemed like he was raising a finger. I don't know if he was just getting a fly away from him. But again, the narrative failing. And this is one of those tired old narratives that the right-wing media tries to push in reaction to stories about police killing unarmed black teens and black men. The real war is against police. And the real problem they want us to believe is that the left hates public servants and law enforcement. The truth is, let's just step aside from the partisanship. We have a country of 340 million people. We can find anecdotal examples of everything. You can, at the same time, have examples of police behaving badly who should be held to account for it, but mostly police departments made up of good people trying to do the right thing. And I think that that's what we have. You can, at the same time, have examples of Antifa or whoever treating law enforcement poorly and attacking them, and they should be held to account. But mostly, we have a population that, by and large, respects police and treats them well. This is not shocking. And there was a very similar backfire when Fox News anchors during the Bernie Sanders Fox News town hall, they asked the room who would really give up their for-profit employer-linked health insurance for a government program. No one would do that, right? And basically the entire room's hands went up and they cheered. Remember this?
I want to ask the audience a question. If you could raise your hand here, a show of hands of how many people get their insurance from work, private insurance right now. How many get it from private insurance? Okay, now of those, how many are willing to transition to what the senator says, a government-run system?
Whoa, we can't be having that. Another one of these hilarious backfires that just, it allows the tiniest bit of reality into the prevailing Fox News narrative, and it can convince a few people. Now, if you really want to see attacks on first responders, to go back to what Fox News is talking about, if you want to see attacks on the military, on public servants and government employees, look at the Oval Office. Look no further than Donald Trump. I cannot think of any president that has gone after the FBI, prisoners of war, Gold Star families, intelligence analysts, diplomats, public servants, more than Donald Trump has. It's another example of projection, plain and simple. And isn't it delightful to see it backfire in the faces of Fox News anchors that we have come to see try this stuff again and again and again over the years? I think it's great to see, and it does hopefully help to pierce at least a few people's echo chambers and filter bubbles. Make sure you're following The David Pakman Show on Instagram at David Pakman Show. While you are there, follow me on Instagram at david.pakman. Updates from my garden coming up later today, possibly breaking news contained there for sure. Today's program brought to you in part by Blinkist.com/Pakman. Blinkist is a great service that I use all the time. What they do is they take thousands of the most popular nonfiction books, including the newest bestsellers. They condense them into 15-minute audiobooks that you can listen to, and you still get the most crucial information and insights from each book. And I've listened to a ton of books on Blinkist. I recently checked out Soccernomics by Simon Cooper. We do have, after all, the World Cup going on recently. We also have been talking about BS Jobs, and there is a great new book, BS Jobs by David Graeber, which I listened to on Blinkist. They're constantly adding new books to the platform. You will never run out of fascinating and critically acclaimed books to enjoy. And our audience can get a 7-day free trial by going to Blinkist.com/Pakman. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm putting a link in the video description. And after the free trial, if you like it, you can continue enjoying thousands of condensed audiobooks for about $5 a month. That's BLINKIST.com/PAKMAN.